Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Through the Lens of Learning Career Development series. So, we are continuing the ABCs of career development, and I wanted to, even though I already covered F as in Frank, I wanted to backtrack and talk about a couple things related to F and G. And F, when I'm talking about it in this context, is fixed mindset. Whereas G, as in George, we're going to talk about is growth mindset. So this is a topic that I talked about recently with my college undergraduate students and wanted to share with you as well some insights on this. So Carol Dweck, D-W-E-C-K, has done loads of research on motivation, development, mindset specifically. She has a book called Mindset, and you can find her on YouTube. You can find her on, I believe she has a TED Talk, podcast episodes, all kinds of good things. And she's talking about her research and her insights into what she's calling fixed mindset and growth mindset. So let's talk about what those are first. So fixed mindset, when we're looking at that, is you're really set in your ways and you're not looking to change. It is, this is how it is, and it's almost like a black or white. It's this way or this way, and it's likely not going to change. Very, very likely not going to change. And somebody with a fixed mindset does not want to be challenged. They don't want to put an effort to see if they're right or wrong. They kind of hide from any kind of controversy about it, typically. So fixed mindset, and what was interesting in my class is we talked about fixed mindset, and are there situations or are there scenarios where you need somebody who has a fixed mindset and they're very focused on this is how it's going to work and how we're going to move forward, versus the other side of a fixed mindset is a growth mindset. And it's so helpful to have a growth mindset because you're not fixed, I guess, in a way, fixed in your ways of it's this way, it's clear, black and white, like there's no indecision kind of thing. But a growth mindset is somebody who, having that, is very open to opportunity, to learning, to challenge, to make mistakes, to fail, and be able to continue to move forward. And they're just open to the possibilities and what opportunities come about as a result of taking in ideas, of trying something new, and learning and building their knowledge and building relationships and all of those types of things. So it's very being open to what that could look like and be open to exploring. And there are probably more than not times that a growth mindset is likely more beneficial, personally and professionally. Probably very few times that a fixed mindset would come in handy, yet there are. But one of the things that was kind of interesting was we talk about challenges and criticisms whenever we're talking about a topic in this class. And one of the challenges to Carol Dweck's fixed mindset and growth mindset is it's not that clear cut. It's not one or the other. It's not you fall into one ballpark or the other. That doesn't account for all the complexities and the nuances in different situations that can happen. And if we think about that, it's not basically you're in one area. It's not that black and white. It's not fixed, right? It's very open what it can be. It's almost oversimplifying that psychological process is one of those challenges. Another challenge or criticism of the whole concept of fixed growth or fixed mindset versus growth mindset is that sometimes it's looked at as it's on the individual themselves, and that individual is pegged as, oh, you're not being open to growth and open to change and learning and things like that. And it's not always the individual's in their ability. They may want to have that growth mindset or yearn for that. But if their environment doesn't give them the resources and doesn't allow for them to do that and to grasp that growth mindset, you can't say it's all on the individual whether they're going to be fixed or growth mindset. So that can be a challenge as well with the concept. So I just thought that was really interesting. And we also talked quite a bit about do you know people who are in fixed versus growth mindset? And for those individuals, how do they impact other people in their community, in college clubs, in work environments, and things like that? And so it was a really good conversation and reflection on those mindsets and digging in a little bit deeper and thinking about that and how can we move more towards a growth mindset to the degree possible that we can. So would love for you to consider and think about, do you know somebody who has a fixed mindset and how does that impact the people around them? And do you know somebody who has a growth mindset and how does that impact the people around them? And for you yourself, think about different situations and scenarios you're in, because you might have a fixed mindset in one area and a growth mindset in another. And are there opportunities or ways for you to move towards more of a growth mindset? And what are some of those first steps that you might take to move in that direction?